Hello there! And welcome back to another video! This is the 5th part in my 10-part series where I'm drawing each of my Animal Crossing villagers, and today we're going to be drawing Rosie the Peppy Cat. So, Rosie is arguably my least favourite out of the villagers actually in my town, and arguably my least favourite out of all the illustrations I've done for this series, including the ones that are upcoming. And I honestly didn't intend it this way, and you think I have more experience drawing cats than I do basically any of the other animals I have villagers for, but for some reason, I don't know, she just came out a bit wonky. I just have no other way to describe it, she just came out a bit wonky. But either way, I still think she's cute, I still think she's playful, I still kind of enjoy the like vibe overall. I just don't think it has much shape to it. I don't know, it's a little bit awkward. And also, so she has this little dress that has like diamond patterns on it, and it's predominantly pink, and I'm not really the biggest fan of pink. I'm not very experienced with coloring with pink if it's not like a skin tone or something. But yeah, overall, like Rosie, you might have heard me say if you've watched the previous episodes, when I was talking about doing Fang and Tia, I had 3 villagers out of my final 10 before I started the big final villager hunt. And one of those was Rosie. I think Rosie was the last one of those original 3 that I had that just came to me a little bit more naturally. For the life of me, I cannot remember who moved out before I had Rosie. The only villager I should say, that I remember having at house before was either Bertha or Hornsby. And I know that Bertha and Hornsby were like my 3rd and 4th villagers. They were like still very early days, and I'm fairly sure that somebody else had that house before Rosie, but I really can't remember. Like, it might have been Chevra, like the ram that has the red diner type house. I think it might have been. I really can't remember. Because yeah, it's been a lot has happened in my Animal Crossing village over the last 2.5 months. So yeah, Rosie is a peppy style villager, and honestly, I kept Rosie instead of letting her leave and trying to find another peppy, because I can't think of another peppy that I would like more, and I want to have at least one of every villager type. So I feel like Rosie's the least offensive peppy. I had Bianca for a while, and actually I think Bianca had that house as well, or was it the house next to it? Either way, Bianca was cool. The inside of Bianca's house was a little bit boring. The inside of Rosie's house is very pink, so it's also not to my preference, but I've been giving her more and more furniture to try to like make it more white than it is pink, I guess. And also, she's never wearing any pink clothes anymore. I mostly have her wearing blue clothes. And I do like Rosie's design overall when she's not wearing pink. I think she's really cute. I really like the blue colour of her fur. So yeah, that's why I still think that Rosie's kind of my least favourite out of all of my villagers. Just, I don't know, it's just, I don't vibe with the peppies that much. I think they're kind of like Instagram models and the Instagram models of Animal Crossing and something like that. But she's cute, and she gets along well with Tia, who lives right next to her, and I don't know if she and Fang get on, because Fang is in the house that's right behind Tia's and Rosie's, and then next to Fang's house there's a campsite. But yeah, overall, I think that Rosie's a decent enough peppy, and if I come across like just getting to know villagers through videos or just scouring the wiki or whatever, if I get to know a peppy that's not Rosie and that's not Bianca that I like better, I might let Rosie leave and try to hunt for them. But for now, I'm really happy with having her, and I'm becoming more friendly because she's, since I did the big villager overhaul where I replaced 7 of my 10 villagers, she's one of the only few that still sends me letters. Because yeah, from having a villager send me a letter every other day, I've gone to maybe getting a letter a week because nobody knows me anymore, and it's kind of depressing. But Rosie still sends me mail, and she still gives me gifts and stuff like that without prompting. So maybe once I'm closer to the rest of the newbies, I'll be more willing to let her go. But for now, she's a little peppy cat. And yeah, I like the way that I coloured this, but I just think that there wasn't enough expression in the pose, and I think I kind of drew her head too far back on her neck. It doesn't feel like it's aligned properly, and it makes me feel like this illustration is subpar compared to the rest of them, but I think it still fits as part of the series, and she seems quite happy. I like the way that I managed to like angle the way that I drew her little kitty smile thing. I think also if I'd broken out the colorless blender for this drawing, it would have gone better, because I think for some reason the pencil scratches, the angle at which my pencil lines worked showed more in Rosie than it has in the previous ones, maybe because I would think I was mixing Prismacolor and Polychromos pencils for her fur. But anyway, we're just about finishing. I'm doing this thing where I write out the birthday, the personality type, the star sign, and the species in a little post-it just to have for future reference. If we get the roost and the cafe, I'm going to add the coffee auditors to those post-its. But yeah, that's Rosie. Thank you for watching the 5th episode of my Villagesr series. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in a few days.